Hello, everyone. This is Nicholas Abanto-Enns. I am a university runner for the University of Ottawa. I am doing this YouTube series to um, show how we can make a pretty difficult goal and we can achieve it. Currently, I am on week 5 of the second season in this playlist, which is the XC season. Now, if you're new to this channel, the first everything went well in the aerobic season, but then when I got to the XC, right before the XC season, sort of, and into the XC season, I was kind of dealing with an injury. I've actually learned that I probably could have been running through the injury because I started to run through it, and I was on a bit of anti-inflammation meds, and I'm totally fine running through it. However, as I've been picking it back up, I've been dealing with some of other issues. One is a pinched nerve in my knee, which I've gotten a few times over the past 2 years, and I think that is usually caused by a lot of sitting. So I'm gonna be up and moving around. When I start to go on for walks and longer walks, this thing goes away, but it does really limit how long I can run. Generally doesn't limit any intensity whatsoever. It just, once I start to feel it, gets progressively worse in a matter of minutes, and then I have to come to a full stop generally. So the other issue is that I've been dealing with a heart issue. I might have said this in previous episodes, but yeah, I essentially have this heart issue. I'm gonna get it checked out again by a specialist, a year annual checkup, and I kind of want to go through with it's not a surgery technically, but a procedure. So, because it was really bad, especially these past few weeks. And so they have been getting in the way of some of these workouts, specifically the second workout. But it's just been getting in the way of my general quality of life. But that being said, we're actually kind of ending on a high note for this week. So this week, mostly, I've just been getting back into it. So last week I had two medium runs. I think these were both 60 minutes ish long. And then on this run, I think in the night, I think I broke up with my girlfriend. So yeah, ended that. Yeah, so it's just been a fun week, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm not saying, I mean fun as in nobody likes these things, but just, not the, I'm just way too busy for that kind of thing right now, and yeah. Anyways, so what did we do Monday? Yeah, so I went to the practice Monday because I told the head coach, Richard, that I wanted to start coaching eventually. I didn't say I want to do it now, not even next year. I just eventually want to do it. I just wanted to plant the seed. That's it. So I went a little bit early, was hanging out with some guys, and then when I was there to, Helen talked to me about my injury. Like I said, I probably can run through it, so I've just kind of been lying to her. I said that, oh yeah, it's a lot better. I mean, the pain was exactly the same, which is a 1 or a 2 out of 10. But it's a injury kind of pain. And I told her, oh yeah, it's been a lot better ever since I'm on my meds, which is kind of true, but kind of not true. And then she was like, well, and I kind of wanted to join in on a workout, and then she said, okay, well, just go for a 30-minute run. And I just came off of 2 days of doing a 60-minute run. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not doing that. So I went onto the canal, and I did 2 by 10 minutes. These were actually pretty solid, especially, I don't think this was my first workout back. This was 2 by 4 minutes, if I believe. Yeah, 2 by 4 minutes. So this is technically my first or my second workout back. I did 2 by 10 minutes. The first one was a slight downhill, and I ran them at. I can just pull them up. So this was 3:27 pace, but the issue with this one is that even though it says 3:20 and this looks like a flat line, 3:27 pace, it was actually. I started to really fade for some reason. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm just lying. I thought for some reason somewhere it said like on my something else. Anyways, I guess not. 3:29 pace. Don't believe the grade adjusted pace. And then secondly, yeah. Okay, and then the second one was 3:29 pace, but again, this one's like gradually uphill. So if you do want to take into account, it's actually, yeah, it's probably something like that. 3:29. Honestly, pretty happy with this. I actually was kind of working, but the thing about this workout is that I just really wanted to focus on, especially in the second rep, really wanted to focus on being relaxed. So even though I'm like pushing it, effort-wise, I'm making sure my body's relaxed while I'm pushing it. So that was good. Felt really good. Then I did my first, I think, double run on Tuesday, which was in a while. And then Wednesday I had another workout. Now this workout sucked. So I did on this like new sort of loop that I found, right by where we train. So generally everyone trains on the map in this sort of area. And so this is just like a really close. Now, one of the issues is that there's kind of like a few issues with this course. So one is this turn is really hard, but I think I have an idea of like how to make these two turns not so bad, and then this turn also I go really slowly because it's a pretty sharp turn. But aside from this, it's a pretty solid course. This is generally uphill. Like the grade adjusted pace is always about, it looks like 8 to 10 seconds faster. And it's because, can I pull this up? Yeah. Oh, it doesn't, okay, these aren't very good. Yeah, okay, don't really believe it, but this section is all uphill, and then you go downhill, and then this is a slight uphill, and then I guess you come back down. It's not this severe, but this is a steep downhill. So this is steep, but this is also just as steep, but it's a lot more, like obviously from here to here, if you're looking on the map, so from these like little corners, these are the same height, and this is roughly all the same height. You know, you have like a bit of like an up in this corner, but aside, which is like this little bump. So this map is a little inaccurate. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, this is probably closer to accurate. So we go up, like this part's pretty tough, and then come back down. So honestly, what I kind of like about this is that we get this like long uphill, which is good. This is like really good for like toughness, and the good thing about having like these times like a lot slower is we don't have to play mind games with ourselves. I think what learning from coaches like online and just like other people in this sort of sphere, learning that like in cross season, in like this threshold season, shouldn't really be paying attention to pace. I probably should have been doing that better in the base season because I was really focused on 320. Now I was using that as a proxy for like, because I didn't have like a lactate measuring thing, and I still sort of believe in the system of like, you know, running like the same pace, But the good thing about this is like just mentally I can get away from pacing and I can just focus on effort. So while before, if I'm on like the track or whatever and I'm doing the same thing over and over again, I can also focus on effort. But I know my effort is sort of like tied to a number. Here, it can't be tied to a number, so I just only focus on the effort. And I think it's, I think this, yeah, anyway, this sucked, mostly because, hi, I'm mad at you, by the way. Hi. This guy's going through my garbage. Okay, hi. I'm doing a video, so, thank you. What was I saying? Okay, big issue with this workout was, again, going back to my heart thing that I was talking about earlier. It was just really bad. And my heart was really struggling in this workout, and so I was just trying to focus on getting it done. I was going like so slow, and I just wanted to make sure that I'm happy that I did 8. I could have like stopped at like 6 or something. You can even see for this like last little bit, my heart rate's like 190, which is pretty high. But I mean, it's fine. Took Thursday off. I always take Thursday off. My heart finally felt better on the Friday, which is good. I tried to do the 15K so that we can get like a 15 flat. And this was good. Now, we're just, we're going solid effort. One of the, really, 408 adjusted pace. That's, sure. Okay. My watch is still telling me I'm not as fit as I was in the summer, and I believe it. These runs, like, feel more difficult than they should be. I mean, not than they should be. I should still not be that fit, but they, yeah, they feel like harder than they would have been before the injury. Saturday, I was going to do the workout back in this place, but there were people setting up, so I decided to do Apple Loops. This workout was 10 times 4 minutes on, 1 minute off. Pretty good, and usually this 1 minute off was like a tiny bit of a jog rest, but by the end I was pretty spent, and yeah, so these were pretty good. Again, don't really worry about the grade adjusted pace. There's not much elevation to this, but the ground is fairly uneven for a lot of it, not for all of it, but just for a decent amount of it. And they all felt solid. I guess like 335-ish pace. Again, this is on like slippery grass, off 1 minute rest. Feel pretty happy about it. And then today, by the end of this, oops, that's not what I wanted. By the end of this, I went on cooldown. My knee started to flare up. It was kind of flaring up in like some of these, like kind of why I didn't really go to a cooldown, because I was like, oh, my knee feels a little funky. This one, I honestly should have stopped earlier, but I just kind of wanted to get home. I should have stopped around 50 minutes, but I kind of pushed through the pain for an extra 10 minutes. Because I've been learning that I can push through this pinched nerve, but I don't really think it's a good thing to do that. So, and as you see, I usually like end around this area, and I ended a little early, and I walked, 400 meters, 500 meters, but I got to 60 minutes and 14 kilometers. Overall, pretty happy with this week. Better than being injured, for sure. Better than 63 weeks. But yeah, let's talk about future. Oh, one big thing. And if you're on the team and you're watching this, aka shout out Fred, you already know this. But I've made the decision to leave the team. This time it's final. I sort of talked about this in the last week's video. I don't really want to delve in it. I don't want to talk about it every single week, because I just kind of want to be a bit more responsible. but these workouts were all by myself. And right now, I'm in a weird situation where I'm kind of coming off this injury, and I don't think I'm gonna be ready for this. So instead, I was thinking maybe I'll just do. Oh, and then the second thing is, I might be ready for this, or I probably won't be ready for this. I want to race something. I don't know if I'm definitely not going to make this, but I guess I'm like aiming for nationals. But this one's more to compete against like one of my good friends who's not from Ottawa, and he's not in university either anymore. And nationals is in Ottawa, so this is really easy for me to make this race. But one issue I've been thinking about is my focus on indoor. Or sorry, not on indoor. Well, yes, on indoor, but on the university schedule. Part of me has been thinking that, well, if you're a university athlete, your most important events or meets are cross country, OUAs, and U Sport, if you can make it. And then also the same thing, but for indoor track, you should be focusing on indoor track. The unfortunate thing is generally, people are always going to be running the best in the summer. And summer track is probably just more important. And it's just one of weird issues where you kind of have to you can't do both super easily. And I've been reading about more into training, and I've been thinking maybe I just focus for a summer season. Now that doesn't mean I might not race in the winter. I still think I can break 8:30 by the winter, but I might take this year off in terms of eligibility, and I won't race under the University of Ottawa jersey. I'll still race under the Club Ottawa Lions jersey, and so I'm really considering that I don't do track season, but then how am I going to train around this? Which is affecting my training right now, which is why I bring this up. So I was thinking next week I'm going to start doing double thresholds. Because I kind of want to do this, but I kind of want to do it 40 minutes is a long time per workout. And I kind of want to split it up a bit, but obviously I'd be running more total. So I was thinking 25 and 25 or 30 and 30. I don't really want to run more than 1 hour worth of work, but doing something like an hour of work per workout is probably a good goal. But then on top of that, I do need to start training more speed. So I was thinking that 2 threshold and 1 sort of speed workout. Now when I say speed, I more mean hills. I don't mean But then as we get into the winter, it works well where we're gonna start adding a lot more volume at race pace and faster and stuff like that. But how do I say this? We're gonna be running faster. Yeah, we're gonna be essentially executing the same plan, just not with the peaking element. So that's what I'm thinking. Because this week is November 20th. And then this is going to be... So this is 27. This is December 4 or something. 11. Anyways, point is, I mean, I'm definitely going to be in shape by then. I'm not worried about that. It's just, you know, should I start should I actually have like a real summer track season? I think, yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should push for some really good times. Because I'm kind of like all talk right now. And I'm starting to realize that if I want to get anyone on my side, I'm going to have to run some decent times. I can't just be saying like, oh, I have the keys to the kingdom with like an 849. Because that's what I have right now. You know, if I go from 849 in one season to, let's say, 825 or 829, let's just say 829, 20-second PB. I mean, a lot of guys will be like, oh, actually, 20-second PB in 3K, that's pretty good. So I need to start putting in some results with my training program. But I feel like I can have better results in the summer. I still want this result by the winter, and I still think it's possible. It's just, how do we fit this all in now? So anyways, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't think I need to dwell on this anymore. I guess, yeah, I'm starting to do this. I guess putting this all together. So yeah, I'm starting to train by myself again. Because I believe in my goal. I don't really think I can hit it doing. Anyways, yeah. I think I can hit it doing my with my training schedule, but you know, that probably just means we're gonna be training through this season, and then just focusing on winter, focusing on breaking 830 in the winter, and then having a good summer season. So yeah. All right. If you're watching, last note, because I know you're watching, Fred. If you got to this point, I want to say I've actually been looking a lot into, and this isn't just for you, but I've been looking a lot into how to train shorter middle distance runners, like 800-meter runners. And it actually is a very similar approach to what I've been doing, but just with obviously like a higher emphasis on speed. And so I actually have, and I kind of want to sort of test this on myself this winter / the end of fall, or the end of cross season. But don't think that my training program is only for long distance runners. I think I can train a shorter distance runner, or a mid distance runner, with the same philosophies. I'm using the same philosophy, but I just have a little bit more insight now that I've been reading into other types of or other people's training, and it's worked for guys who run, many guys who've run sub 150 in the 800. So all I'll say is that yeah, if you ever want advice or whatever, just holler, or if anyone else watching, I'm always happy to help. All right, well, that's it for me today. If you like this video, hit like, hit subscribe, comment. Yeah. All right, thanks for watching. Peace.